So, recent news that I found out about Destiny 2, which we'll get more news about it tomorrow. But
so next week episode for us.
Yeah, there was supposed to be a stream tomorrow for the new Curse of Osiris. I want to say DLC. Yes, Curse of Osiris. And they delayed the stream for this because they wanted to address some issues that the community had with the game, right? And I know some people like, gee, Smile, what could the community possibly have problems with Destiny 2? Like, what problems could they possibly have? Well, the community has apparently been complaining about PS4 exclusive content, exotic emotes, and a lack of variety. And even furthermore, it has also been said that Destiny 2 was misleading players about the amount of experience they were earning. In other words, they were using a tactic that to basically push players towards spending money on microtransactions, such as XP boosters. I think they're called Fire Team tokens in Destiny. But you can buy them, you can unlock them, you can earn them rather, but you also have the option to buy them. But
that sounds stupid, honestly. Stupid.
But we'll find out more about it tomorrow, I guess. But that's the tip of the iceberg, because Destiny 2 had a lot of problems. It improved from Destiny 1, but there were a lot more problems. There were a lot more problems than there were in Destiny 1. Like, for instance, they never changed the biggest thing that was my gripe was there's nothing to do after the end game. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, you beat the story and you do the raid, which in my opinion isn't worth it. And once you hit 305, there's really nothing to do except maybe possibly get some weapons that you don't have if you're a collector. But it's one of those games that I really don't like. You know, if it's one of those games that I play it, I beat the story, get to this max level, which should be higher, and I just put the game down until the expansion comes out, and then I play that, do the same thing, finish the expansion, and stop playing again. You know what I'm saying?
D-dang.
Because even when they had that Rise of Iron, I think it was like a week that it came back. The Iron Banner, that's what it is. The Iron Banner. It came back for like a week. I was like, oh man, it's some cool armor and this, that, and the other. And I played for like 2 days trying to get some stuff, and then I got the armor, and I was like, wow, I'm over this already. You know what I'm saying? There's no like replay value, because once you do everything, then the game is essentially a paperweight, and that's not a good thing.
How much time did it take for you to actually beat it?
And it doesn't take that long. That's the disappointing part. If you're like the completionist, you want to find all the information logs and all this, I would say maybe if you were like farming for like all these different stuff to get collect and whatnot, I would say campaign wise and like finding stuff, I would say maybe 60 hours, 60 plus hours, right? But aside from that, it's just PvP. And like I said, the raid isn't worth it, because you think you do the raid, which is incredibly hard. It takes a long time if you're not coordinated. Even sometimes if you are coordinated, it can take hours. And you beat the raid, and then you get weapons that don't even have special perks. There's like nothing like unique or special about the weapon other than the aesthetic of the weapon, and it's the same thing with the armor. You get the armor, and it's just it's just a regular exotic piece of armor, or even legendary piece of armor sometimes. It doesn't have a special perk. It's just, it looks pretty. That's it. I was like, I spent hours of my time, going through this raid just to get something that looks pretty. And that's not the type of game I like. You know what I'm saying? As our friend Shy Deviant said, Destiny is Borderlands if it took itself too seriously.
Derek getting name checked so many times in this podcast. I swear we need to freaking find some way
We're
to.
gonna send him some royalties.
Night. Forget.
Says who?
We're just mentioning name. We ain't freaking using none of his catchphrases. He just got killed by an old lady, bitch.
Still ain't seen royalties.
But
That's Ronald.
Yeah.
That's Ronald that's doing it. The person that you heard us name those arrows and all the stuff that freaking gives away people's locations and Smite in, what we call Ronald Tech, that because it tells on you and everything. That's who just told you, Derek, that they're not giving you royalties.
but yeah, that's not the type of
Yeah,
thing,
you got some tech named after you.
If you put hours into something, you would assume that it would be worth it.
So
right?
in essence, you just don't think, even with the amount of hours, even on average, because I mean, how many people are like John? Shout out to Johnny Phantom, because I know he's just like that. Freaking will go and freaking try to peek under everything, looking in cars, looking behind secret walls, looking under floorboards and all this stuff. Always
Even
does that mess.
but with that, that's literally all you would have to do.
But that's
like
what I'm
find those little extra things.
So you just don't think it was even worth it, like even like on launch, like you
Because like you beat the campaign, which is freaking painstakingly boring. Because it's not worth playing through a second time.
So
It really is not.
So you could beat it quickly, and then there's no replayability whatsoever.
There's no replayability of the campaign.
Because it's like, I've come across visual novels, and this is the first thing that popped in my head, that were relatively short.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could possibly finish them in 2 days average playing if I'm not binging. And the thing is, they have different paths. We've heard these before. So in other words, it has that replayability, different endings. So unfortunately, this didn't compensate that. Like, it should have probably had like some more endings or a little something else to
Not
add to it.
necessarily. I would have been okay if it didn't have extra endings, but you know,
Some
a
type of
reason
replayability.
Yeah, at least a reason to go back through, like a higher difficulty maybe, or even if the story was more interesting, I would have wanted to go through it a second time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, dang. I mean, because
But games like example, I'm throwing it out there, but freaking something that has tons of replay value, Dark Souls, freaking
Dragon Age Inquisition.
Dragon Age, any of the Dragon Age games. Because
Honestly,
there's
any
so
of
much
them-
to do, but there's so much to do other than the campaign that progresses you. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, any of the BioWare games, save for Andromeda.
But,
save for Andromeda.
But there's so many other games that came out this year that have way better replay value, including Horizon Zero Dawn, which I love that game.
In regards to Destiny 2 we were talking about, right?
Yes, in regards to Destiny 2.
Everything apparently is not good on launch.
Even Overwatch doesn't even have a campaign.